What if tasting chocolate could make you see bursts of orange and gold? Or hearing a symphony could flood your mind with shades of blue? For some, this isn't fantasy, this is synesthesia. Synesthesia is a neurological phenomenon where the stimulation of one sense triggers a response in another. Some people hear colors, others taste shapes. This blending of senses feels magical, but it is scientifically real and it's incredibly rare, affecting only about 2 to 4% of the population. Scientists have studied it for centuries. Yet, synesthesia remains one of the brain's greatest mysteries. Why do some people experience it while others don't? The answers lie buried deep within the wiring of our brains. But what happens when these connections become too tangled? Imagine walking into a room and being greeted by a symphony of colors floating in the air. The sound of laughter might swirl into shimmering gold. Numbers may transform into personalities. 3 could feel friendly, while 7 could feel cold. This is the daily life of a synesthete. And there's more, because synesthesia doesn't just affect how they sense the world, it transforms how they think, feel, and remember too. Some synesthetes say it's a blessing. They can recall every birthday because they see dates in a vivid 3D spiral. Others find it overwhelming, like living in a kaleidoscope, which they can't turn off. Does synesthesia unlock a hidden dimension of the mind, or is it a quirk of evolution? The truth could change how we see ourselves. The brain is a labyrinth of billions of neurons, each forming precise connections. In synesthesia, these connections blur. Scientists believe synesthesia occurs when sensory pathways meant to work independently cross over. This mix-up might be genetic, or it might be linked to early childhood development when the brain is still wiring itself. Some researchers even argue everyone is born with synesthetic tendencies, but we grow out of it. Recent brain scans have revealed something astonishing. When synesthetes hear a sound, not just their auditory cortex lights up, but other parts of the brain, like the visual cortex, come alive too. Is this proof of a sixth sense, or just evidence of a brain more connected than we ever imagined? The next discovery might turn the scientific world upside down. Some of history's greatest minds were synesthetes. Composer Franz Liszt claimed he saw music as colors. Painter Wassily Kandinsky created masterpieces inspired by the sounds he saw. Even modern artists like Billie Eilish and Pharrell Williams have spoken about their synesthetic experiences. Art and synesthesia seem to go hand in hand. Synesthetes often say their extra layer of perception fuels creativity, but it isn't just artists who benefit. Scientists and mathematicians, like Nobel Prize winner Richard Feynman, also describe synesthesia as a tool for problem solving. Is synesthesia nature's gift to geniuses, or could everyone learn to unlock these hidden senses? The answer might be closer than we think. Here's a wild thought. What if you could train your brain to experience synesthesia? Some experiments suggest you can. By repeatedly pairing sounds with colors or letters with tastes, researchers have shown that people can start to make similar sensory associations. But can trained synesthesia ever match the vividness of the real thing? Most scientists say no. Synesthetes describe their experiences as automatic and uncontrollable, something they've always known, not something they learned. Yet, the idea of expanding our sensory world is tantalizing, isn't it? What if the limits of our perception are only the limits of our imagination? The next frontier of human experience might not be outer space, it could be within our minds. Synesthesia teaches us one profound lesson: even reality isn't fixed. The world we feel, see, and hear is shaped by our brains and not by the outside universe. For synesthetes, the world is a canvas painted with unexpected connections. For the rest of us, their stories remind us that there's always more to explore. What if we've only just scratched the surface of what our minds can do? The answers could lead us to a future where the extraordinary becomes the ordinary, or perhaps they already have. Do comment to let us know your thoughts.